Well, firstly, thanks very much for coming along today. Obviously it's to unveil Richie as our manager, although he's been in post for 4 weeks now. He was the unanimous choice of the board, and we look forward to helping and assisting Richie as much as we can to take the club forward. So if Richie would like to say a few words, and then we'll throw open to questions.
Just thanks everyone for coming. I know it's been a while, as Kenny said, 4 weeks, so apologies for that. There's a lot going on, obviously, being on holiday as well with my family, which comes first, so delighted to be here. I'll try and be as open as I can, which is I'll try and help you out as much as I can through the season. I know you have a tough job as well. You need headlines, so as I said, I'll be here for your questions as much as I can. Thank you.
Richie, we've already spoken to you since you've been in post, but congratulations. You've brought in a couple of players already so far. How many more are you looking to take in, can you say at the moment? Might as well cut to the chase.
Start with a difficult one. We better have asked the chairman that. No, we're looking to take in another 3 or 4. We have a few contract offers out there already, so quite excited about the players actually as well. So hopefully we can get some positive feedback on them. So yeah, we're looking for a squad of around 21, 22 players. I'll be happy with that.
And can you say what sort of stage negotiations are at the moment, or is it too early to name names, etc.?
Yeah, it's too early to name names, so the offers are out there. So hopefully over the next 2 or 3 days we'll have some feedback on that, and hopefully we can get some good news to you come the start of next week.
The season's obviously only a couple of weeks away. Are you confident you'll be able to get these guys in the door quickly enough to give you that time to gel them into your squad?
I'm going to take my time, so it's not going to be done quickly. You've got a lot to look into, a lot of homework to do on these players, not only their quality of their play. You've got to look into how they are personally, how they fit into my dressing room, which is big. We've a fantastic dressing room in there, fantastic spirit, and we want to keep it that way, so the players coming in will have to fit into that as well. So we'll be taking our time. We've got a nucleus of a fantastic squad at the moment. I'm delighted with what we have, and we're going to add another 3 or 4 good additions. Lads that can come in and play every week. I don't want lads, I don't want squad players. I want them challenging for the starting 11, and that's what we're looking for. So we'll be taking my time there. There won't be any big rush in getting the players in. I expect I'll have them all in for the start of the season for the first league game, and hopefully that can happen.
There's obviously a lot said, written about Yogi's departure from the club, but are you confident that you have the resources you need to build the type of squad you think is going to be a success here?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I know there's a lot of talk on the budget. I'm delighted with the budget. Budget it can be a successful budget, and I'm sure I'm going to make that happen as well.
Richie, what do you see as the challenge, or can you describe the challenge as you see it in taking over this club?
For me, management's all about recruiting the right players. You get the right players in, and that's half your job done, so recruitment is key. It's the most important aspect of my job. I'm delighted with what we have so far. We want to add to that again. We're looking to progress the club as much as we can. We're looking for better training facilities, better kit, better everything. We want to improve the place. The chairman wants to improve the place. The board wants to improve the place, and we're going to do that, and we're all going to do it together. I spoke with the board, had a good few chats with them now. They're right behind what we're trying to do, so I'm delighted, and we're all going to do it as one.
What's the expectation in terms of success? What would you see as success? The chairman's smiling. What has he told you, and do you have your own view on that?
I'm just looking at the first game of the season. I'm not going to concentrate any further on than that. The first league game of the season, Partick Thistle. That's the one we need to go and win. I won't be setting any targets just yet. I might have another look at it after the first quarter of the league season, and then you might get a comment on me after that, but at the moment it's just concentrating on the first league game of the season. Obviously we've got the cup games before that to go into as well, which are very important as well. So, but no targets just yet. The board have gone to they've let me organise it that way as well, which is fantastic.
Has Yogi given you any feedback or advice since you took over?
No, I haven't spoke to him. No, I got a couple of messages, fairness, from a manager. One message I got was from an ex-manager, welcome to the asylum, which was put a smile on my face, that's for sure. But I'm sure it's not as bad as that, you know. I'm sure we'll have challenging times. Of course you will, but with the squad I have in there, with the chairman, with the board right behind me, with my coaches, I'm sure we can have a good season.
How are you going to handle that transition to being one of the boys amongst them in the dressing room to having to be their boss essentially?
Yeah, you just have to distance yourself. But I've been doing that over the last few years. I haven't played a lot of football with them, so you can nearly say I've been retired for a couple of years now, to be fair. But yeah, I've already made it. The main thing is that the boys respect me, and they do. You know, I've earned that respect, so that's obviously a positive and a plus. When you first come into a job, you've got to respect the dressing room, which I have, and that won't be a problem.
What's your managerial style going to be like?
It's going to be a bit different, a little bit different. Our style's going to change a little bit. It's my philosophy is win at all costs. Simple as that. Win at all costs. Yes, you want to play attractive football. Yeah, you want to play the ball out from the back. But when you get into the opposition half, I want to go and attack. I want crosses in the box. I want shots on goal. I want the crowd up and down off their seats. You want exciting football, but most of all, it's all about the 3 points on Saturday.
I get the impression that you're going to make demands of your players, and you expect those players to meet those demands.
Definitely, there'll be high demands. I'll have a chat with them tomorrow. Do you know what I'm like? They know what I'm like as a captain, they know what I'm like as a manager, they know what I'm like as a person, so they know what to expect. I expect desire, hunger, passion every day in training. I can't guarantee we're going to go out and get lots of points on board. I can guarantee the passion, the desire, the hunger, playing for the badge, playing for the jersey, playing for the supporters.
Have you set yourself any targets at this early stage yet in terms of top 6 or higher?
First league game of the season is going trying to win that. That's the only target I'll set at the moment.
And you talked about recruitment a moment ago, and you talked about your finances and you're happy with your budget, etc. But we've seen in the past sometimes there can be a difficulty in perhaps attracting players up here because they don't know where they're coming to. They think it's, wherever. I mean, is that something that you're finding a challenge, and how do you overcome that?
I think that's changed a little bit. Obviously, you have a lot of games on TV over the last few years. A lot of footballers around the UK will have seen us on TV, will have seen our style of football, will have seen the quality of player we have, and will have heard such a fantastic place Inverness is to come and apply your trade. So I think that's changed. The mentality has changed as Inverness. I think a lot more people know about us, and as I said, know our styles and know we're a quality team. So I don't know. I'm not finding it hard to attract the right player at all.
In terms of the league, we're obviously going to see Rangers back, Celtic, a change there as well. What kind of a league are you looking at going into it, from your starting position at the moment?
I think it's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. Obviously, with Brendan coming into Celtic, and Rangers are signing very, very well as well. So probably the credibility has gone up in the league as well, with just those things happening. So yes, you're in for a tough season, but every season is going to be tough. And as I said, we'll go out with that underdog mentality. We'll go out with the passion, work harder than the opposition, and I think our quality will come out on top then.
Richie, the club, the chairman's giving you a 4-year deal, which is quite a show of faith. How did you convince them? Did you have to, or how would you convince supporters that you're worthy of that at this stage?
It's because I'm dedicated to the club. I've always been dedicated to the club. It's always been about the club for me, not about Richie Fordham or anyone else. It's always been about the club. I'm dedicated to the city. I've no interest in leaving the city. My family's born and bred here. I'm going to spend the rest of my life living here, so I think because I'm so dedicated to the place, that probably reflects the 4-year deal.
It was only right of the board to match Richie's commitment to the area and to the club. Since he came in 2009, he's been a tremendous acquisition for this club, so it was right that the board showed faith in Richie and gave him 4 years.
Rich was talking about improving training facilities and having a long-term vision there, which sounds like you're going to be putting your hand in your pocket, Kenny. Are we looking at investment from the board into the club, additional investment?
We're looking at various different things at the moment. It's more, as opposed to additional investment, it's more partnerships with local bodies to see where it can take us. I mean, there is a finite amount of money in football and in Inverness County Thistle, so it's spreading that about the place the best we can.
You've got a strong core of fans. It's something that we've talked about in the media before. You want to try and widen that out. Is that an ambition of yours as well, going forward into the season? New era, new manager, attracting new fans as well?
On the fans front, we're actually delighted with the support we do get. If you look at the percentage of population in Inverness that actually come to the games, it's higher than it is down south. So over the past 4 or 5 years, we've been working closely with the younger fans, and we will continue to do that.
Richie, can I just ask, obviously the start's important for you. How conscious are you of getting a positive start to this campaign with the new guys that you bring in as well?
Of course, we'd love to. Obviously we're going to have maybe 6 or 7 new additions, so I wouldn't panic if it didn't go right at the start of the season. We've got some cracking games to look forward to, but ideally, yes, I'd love to get off to a good start. I'd love to get a lot of points on board, but there'll be no panic if that doesn't happen.
Is there anything you'll do differently to John Hughes?
There is, but same any manager that comes into a club, he'll do it his own way, his own style, and yeah, I will do things a little bit different. But John done a fantastic job while he was here. He definitely improved all those players, and he improved myself as a footballer. So John done a very good job when he was here, but I will be changing some aspects of training and style as well.